Saturday afternoon playoff basketball here on ParkTV. Folks continue to file into Chaska High School ahead of the Section 6 semifinal round here in 3A as your Chaska Hawks host the visitors from Benilde-St. Margaret's and the Red Knights. Both sides with 20 wins apiece as they enter into the semifinal round here. Chaska maybe a bit of a struggle in their quarterfinal round battle. They took down Orono 51-49 on the strength of an Ellie Thompson go-ahead basket. And Benilde-St. Margaret's racing through that quarterfinal round. They took down Holy Angels and the Stars 68-55. So should be a good one, folks. Brian Hawks along with our entire ParkTV broadcast team. We're in production and association with BEC TV out of Bloomington, really helping us out here tonight. So glad you're with us, folks. Good one here, a 2-3 matchup at Chaska High School. Let's throw it over to the house announcer for the national anthem, starting lineups, and just ahead of tip-off.
Join the Chaska High School pep band in the playing and singing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. We'll introduce the players alternately. Starting for Benilde-St. Margaret, number 5, junior Liz Nicholson. Starting for Chaska, number 10, junior McKenna Penning. For the Red Knights, sophomore, number 21, Allie Coughlin. For Chaska, number 21, junior, Hannah Rowe. For Benilde, number 25, sophomore, Gretchen Sattler. For the Hawks, number 50, junior Kendall Bob. For Benilde-St. Margaret's, number 31, sophomore A.J. Sherrod. For Chaska, number 45, junior Ellie Thompson. And for the Red Knights, number 24, senior tri-captain Abby Minia. And for Chaska, number 5, senior tri-captain Sierra Leggett.
So you have starting lineups for both sides. Again, Chaska, the 2 seed playing at home, of course, in 3A semifinal round at the higher seed. Benilde, the 3 seed on the road. The Red Knights, of course, just about a week ago losing their leading scorer, Grace Coughlin, to a wrist injury. Coughlin averaging 19 points a ball game. Had a chance to talk to Coach Lyons before the game. You see Coach Lyons right there. he's going to have to change things up, reinventing themselves as postseason play stretches here into the semifinal round in 6A, or excuse me, Section 6 and 3A. Should be a good one, folks. Again, Brian Hawks on a ParkTV broadcast in association with BEC TV in Bloomington. All our crew here on hand. Should be a good semifinal round. Both teams on a collision course for the section championship about a week away. The home Hawks in their home purple and white. They'll be moving right to left on your television set. The Red Knights and they're visiting white with red trim on the opposite side. So we get set for tip-off here. 18 minutes on the clock. Chaska comes away with the opening loose ball. There's Hannah Rowe. She'll swing it around. Sierra Leggett. There's Kenna Panning. We'll see a lot of Panning tonight handling the basketball against that Red Knight. Maybe defensive intensity inside down low. Kendall Bob, and she gets it to fall. Bob, a 6'2" front court player for that Hawks. Along her and Thompson, certainly going to do some damage inside. You see the Red Knights come back, and right there with the 15-foot jump shot, Allie Coughlin, the sister of Grace Coughlin. Allie, only a sophomore. She's going to have quite the scoring load. Try to fill her sister's shoes. Not easy to do. Nice look inside. Allie Thompson looking for Bob. That'll be out of bounds. Back to the Red Knights. Again, as I mentioned, one Coughlin goes down, another trying to fill her shoes. Grace Coughlin averaging 19 points a ball game. Her sister matched that total in that 68-55 win over Holy Angels. There's Coughlin inside. She'll kick it out. A.J. Sherrod, back rim, no good. Rebound comes to Thompson. Racing across the midcourt line. Here's Panning. Far side, she'll find Rowe. Thompson, dribble drive, kicks it out. Rowe firing a high arcing three-pointer all the way on the other side of the rim. But Coughlin couldn't control it, so it'll stay with Chaska. Had a chance to talk with Chaska head coach Tara Seifert. She had mentioned wanting to push this basketball game into the 60s and 70s. Trying to outscore this Red Knights team, really forcing them without, again, of course, their leading scorer, 19 points a game, not in the lineup. Trying to put pressure on the Red Knights to put the basketball in the hoop as we see Bob, a nice high-low from Thompson. She'll go to the line. So that'll go on number 21, Allie Coughlin, her personal first team foul. Just over 90 seconds gone by here in a semifinal matchup. So we see the official not trying to score a basket, but knock the basketball out of the rim of the backboard there. Got caught on the Bob foul attempt. So Kendall at the line. She averages about 7.5 points a game. Sinks the first. Bob had 6 points. That 51-49 win over Orono a few nights ago. And that was a big game from Ellie Thompson, her front court counterpart. Thompson, of course, the leading scorer for these Chaska Hawks, 17.5 points a game as Chaska takes it away. So the home team leads 4-2 here. 2 minutes gone by inside. Nice pass over the top to Bob. She gets it to fall. So Bob now 6 points, all 6 for Chaska. Here's Coughlin at the top. Just swing it around. Baseline, here's A.J. Sherrod. Another back rim 15-footer, no. And just like before, Thompson rips down the rebound. The Red Knights, again, going to struggle to score all night tonight, again, without Coughlin. There's Bob inside again. Kendall now all 8 points for Chaska, and Coach Lyons has seen enough. Trailing 8-2 here. A couple minutes gone by in this opening half. Needs a timeout, try to regroup. And as I mentioned, Coach Lyons trying to reinvent these Red Knights. Now, it's one thing to have the issue happen a week or two before postseason play, but in the final regular season game, Benilde was a win at Spring Lake Park, 66-60. Grace going down with a broken wrist, so tough break for Coach Lyons and his Red Knights, but trying to regroup here on the road, a 2-3 matchup here in Section 6, 3A. Chaska had a bit of a struggle in that 2-7 game a few nights ago, downing Orono 51-49. Thompson with the go-ahead basket with under 10 seconds to play. She's been relatively quiet here early on, but she's not complaining with her front court counterpart, Bob, all 8 points. The pass knocked away inside. That's Abby Minia, far corner. And that's going to be a two-pointer. It's number 30, Sydney Liebel. Knocks down her first basket. Inside to Bob again. That's taken away, but they're going to call a foul. I'm not sure if that's going to be on the floor or on the shot. Kendall walks to the foul line. Looks like that'll go on number 5, Liz Nicholson. Nicholson's second team foul on the Red Knights. So Bob knocks down another free throw. 3 for 3 from the foul line here early on in this first half. Make that 4 for 4. Kendall now all 10 points for the Hawks. They show a little three-quarter court pressure here. The Red Knights will handle it. Here's Coughlin now. Pressured by Panning, and they're going to call Coughlin stepping out of bounds. Tough break for the sophomore. I'll turn the basketball over back to Chaska. Substitution into the game for Benilde. I missed it. We'll get that at the next dead ball here. The Red Knights switching defensive strategy here in a 2-3 zone. They're trying to take away the inside. And Thompson is their leading scorer, but Bob is doing it tonight and add to the mix. That's number 21, Hannah Rowe. She knocks it down. First three-pointer tonight. First basket for Rowe, and pushing that Hawk lead now to 9, 13-4. There's Coughlin finding Sherrod, no good. Nice rebound inside, back to Sherrod, and then she misses again. Sherrod now 0 for 4. She's had some tough luck in this first half. Some easy looks, but not falling. That's Rowe again, a high arcing three-pointer. Rowe knocking it down. A legged assist. The Hawks firing on all cylinders here. Red Knights sneak it past that Hawk pressure. No good on the Hannah Perel jump shot. Back the other way, and banking it in off of the bounce. That's Sierra Leggett. Her first basket. Now an 18-4 lead for Chaska. There's Coughlin driving inside against the tall trees, Thompson and Bob, and she couldn't get it to fall. Nice defense there by Chaska. Thompson at the top, and they're going to whistle Ellie for a travel. So we'll get a substitution in for Chaska. Number 52, Paige Stanberry. And number 42, Lauren Sunby.
Also number 35, Natalie Levinson.
And almost a line change here for Chaska. Number 35 also into the game, Natalie Lenzen. So getting some fresh bodies in. Coach Seifert said she's going to play 10 players. One of the strengths of that Chaska team is their depth. There's Sherrod, a 15-footer. That one falls. A.J. Sherrod, her first basket. That cuts it to 18-6. That looks like that'll be an over and back. Stanberry and Sunby. A little confusion there. So back to the Red Knights. Trying to cut into this Hawk lead. And Sherrod back to the top. Coughlin now into the corner. That's Bailey Howard. Back to Coughlin. Looking inside. Nice pass, finding Coughlin on the block. Oh, how about the pivot? Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Nice footwork there by Allie. Getting free, but couldn't get it to fall. And back racing the other way, that's Sarah Rowe. Stanberry, no good on the 18-footer. And the Red Knights will control as we approach 12 minutes to play. The Section 6 semifinal round. A whistle away from the ball, or on the maybe a loose ball there. That'll be 42, Lauren Sunby. So Howard inbounds. No good on the Red Knight jump shot. Into the corner, that's Stanberry coming away with it. And over to Sunby. Now Leggett, that left-handed dribble into the corner. The Red Knights still staying in that zone defense. Oh, nice pass inside. Lenzen. Natalie Lenzen gets it to fall. 20-6. Chaska leads at home. You hear the crowd with every made basket. Really pumping these Hawks up. Coughlin loses it. Retains control. Over to Howard. Nicholson, Coughlin, and they're going to call Allie for a travel. Trying to get going a bit too soon. And as we've touched on a couple of times now, with the loss of Grace Coughlin, their junior leading scorer, 19 points a game. The Red Hawks certainly are trying to find an offensive rhythm here. Only 6 points on the board through almost 7 minutes. Driving inside, Rowe kicking it out. Stanberry, no good. Ripping down the rebound, that's Abby Minia. Over to AJ Sherrod, and AJ gets it to fall. So Sherrod's second basket, 4 points. There's a jump shot, and that's knocked down. Nicole Parsons, her first basket tonight. 5'9" sophomore. Coughlin looking for a teammate. That's taken away by Stanberry, driving inside with some contact, and they're going to whistle. No. They're going to whistle Parsons for a travel. Looked like she was maybe bumped, and that was what forced her to travel, but nonetheless, basketball back to the Red Knights. You see a nice pass ahead there by Sunby. Some bumping and bruising, but no call. Sherrod inside. And AJ Sherrod, her third basket make it. Now 6 points for the sophomore front court player. (22-10), Chaska leads. Here's Sunby, a long three-pointer, and she gets it to fall. Her first basket, first three-pointer of the night. And the Sarah Rowe assist. And these Hawks now ballooning that lead, 25-10, with just under 10 minutes to play. Thompson back into the game for Chaska. Nicholson will substitute back into the ball game for the Red Knights. Chaska still staying with that three-quarter court pressure. Red Knights handle it this time. That's Howard at the top, just swinging around Nicholson. Over the near corner, Gretchen Sattler. Back to the top to Nicholson. Far three-pointer from the corner, rather. No good. Thompson controls the rebound. Rowe racing across the timeline. She has it knocked away. That's Anna Perel. Over to the near side, up and no good. But on the rebound, looks like that's Perel right back in the mix with that taller Chaska front line. She's held, and that'll stay with the Red Knights. So that's a foul on Sarah Rowe, number 30, her first personal foul, second team foul on the Hawks. There's Nicholson, thought about a three. Nicholson will reset. Leibel, nope, firing it over. Here comes Panning. Tough running shot, no good. A.J. Sherrod rips down the rebound. Under 9 minutes to play. Nicholson probing the defense. At the top, here's Leibel driving inside. Had it knocked away and ultimately ends up in Thompson's hands. She's gonna push it, wisely pulls it back. Sunby into the far corner. No good on the three-pointer, but Thompson right there to clean up the rebound. Ellie Thompson, her first basket tonight. And it's almost as if she's not even there offensively. Their leading scorer only with 2 points. But the Hawks now pushing that lead to 17, 27-10 here at home. Coach Lyons will take a timeout. As you see, Thompson, a nice swing pass. He's looking for Parsons in the corner, but how about the presence of mind by Thompson following the shot, putting herself in a position to rebound the basketball, and she gets it to fall. So the Red Knights certainly an underdog here, and losing their leading scorer about a week ago in that final regular season game, a win over Spring Lake Park. Trying to reinvent themselves on the fly. You know, it's been a tough couple of seasons now for the Red Knights. Coughlin going down with that wrist injury just late in the season here, and then even looking back as far as last year, Grace Coughlin, a knee injury, about 3 weeks left to go in the season, and she was out for the entire postseason. So 2 years running now out of without their leading scorer. But they're trying to stay alive here in the semifinal round of Section 6 here in 3A. They trail 27-10 to these home Hawks. See if Coach Lyons draws something up here to try to get them a little offensive efficiency. There's Nicholson at the top. Hawks sitting in that 2-3 zone. Nicholson fires a three, no good. Rebound on the backside, nice job by Sydney Leibel. She'll get it back to Nicholson. Into the corner, Leibel will have it. Nice ball rotation here by the Red Hawks, or the Red Knights rather. Leibel driving inside, she's pushed. And it looks like it won't be on this shot, so it'll be Red Knight basketball out of bounds. So that'll go on Bob, her first personal foul, third team foul. 7:41 to play, 27-10. Chaska leads at home. That's Minia back to the top, ultimately back over to Nicholson. Here's Coughlin now with it. Looking inside, Chaska switching out of his zone, now into a man-to-man. Coughlin covered up by Panning. Double drive, left-handed, Abby Minia gets it to go. Nice left-handed drive by the senior. Her first basket tonight. Cuts that lead now down to 15 with 7 minutes to play. Far side, Parsons has it looking inside for the Twin Towers, Bob and Thompson. So Bob at the left side of your screen battling for position against that Red Knight zone. Parsons and Rowe now over to Thompson. Nice job by the Red Knights, but patience offensively here for Chaska. Thompson will force the issue on the backside of the rim. Ellie gets it to fall. Nice play there by the junior leading scorer here for Chaska. She now has 4 points, but Kendall Bob leading the way with 10, leading all scores. Sherrod, jump shot, good. AJ Sherrod or Sherrod will get a pronunciation correction at halftime. That keeps that Hawk lead at 15. Rowe trapped in the corner, nice defense by the likes of Nicholson. And that's Gretchen Sattler. Trapping the basketball in the corner. Substitution into the game, number 5, Sarah Leggett. Chaska looking to get the basketball in, gets it over to Panning. Back outside, three-point shot for Rowe is good. How about that now? Hannah Rowe's third three-pointer tonight, and a takeaway just like that, folks. You blink and you'll miss it. A chance to go up 20 points. Here's Panning wide open from 10 feet. Kenna Panning knocks it down. Panning's first basket tonight, and that does push that lead to 20 points now. Chaska leading at home. And these Red Knights, very much the underdog here. They're going to get Panning for a foul. And they'll reach in, so that'll stop the clock. Stanberry back into the game for the Hawks, along with Kendall Bobb, number 50. And we're just under 5.5 minutes left to go in this opening 18 minutes. Semifinal action, Section 6 here in 3A. Hawks now their second game in a row. That quarterfinal win over Orono here at Chaska. There's Nicholson, no go, tipped away. Panning inside along with Minia. Minia comes away with it. And Abby Minia at the foul line. Nice hustle there by the Red Knights. Minia, one of only 2 seniors for the Red Knights. Minia gets the first one to fall with 3 points, 34-15. Minia, some heckling from the crowd aside, knocks down the second. 2 for 2 there with 4 points, 34-16, under 5 minutes to play now. There's Rowe, Panning in the corner. Looking inside, Stanberry up top, back to Rowe. Nice patience here by Chaska. Driving inside, Leggett. Nicholson, a nice job stopping the basketball. Panning, though, 10-footer, banks it in. Panning, her second basket tonight. Nice job creating some space with the bounce, and she knocks down a 10-footer. Here's Coughlin coming right back, though. Inside the line, a 20-foot jump shot, no good. Panning racing across the timeline. She'll stop, she'll try to do it again. No good. Rebound to Sattler. Over to Nicholson, inside, looking for Sherrod. Nice job by Kendall Bobb breaking that up. I like the fact that the Red Knights trying to push the basketball here. Trying to create an easy opportunity off of a defensive rebound, but credit Bobb and that Chaska front line racing back, not giving up on the play and knocking it off of eventually Sherrod. So here's Panning and the Hawks. Inside, that's taken away. That was Leibel. She'll dribble up, find Sherrod from 6 feet, banks it in. A.J. Sherrod, now her 10th point tonight. Well, he's taking over that scoring load for Coughlin. Away from the ball foul, they're going to get Bobb on an illegal screen. Trying to free up Panning on a back screen at the top of the key. You see the last basket by Sherrod. Thompson back into the game for the Hawks, along with number 55, Angie Wenning. Wenning, a 5'8" junior, into the game for the first time. Lead stays at 18 for the home Hawks. Sherrod at the top, swinging around to Howard. There's Leibel. Three-pointer by Howard, off the rim. No good, rebound to Thompson. She hasn't done much offensively, but she's certainly cleaned up that defensive backboard. Not allowing many second chance opportunities for these Red Knights. So here's Wenning, and she's bumped. And nope, rather they're gonna call her, looks like for a carry. So it'll be a turnover for Chaska, back to the Red Knights. Just over 3 minutes to play. Ellie Knowles into the ball game for Chaska. She's gonna give Hannah Rowe a seat. See if the Red Knights can get a little momentum here as they head into halftime. 3 minutes to play in this first half. Nice pass inside. That's Leibel. She gets it to fall. Leibel's now second basket. She has 4 points. Hawks and Bob inside, no good. Big rebound there to Sattler. If they can string a couple of possessions together. At the top, Leibel driving inside on Bob. She's whistled, and they're going to get her for a travel. Thought she may have took an extra step. She did. Leggett back into the game for Chaska. As you see Leibel here. Bob on a pretty good closeout. Stays with the play even after the traveling call. So challenging the shot. So that front line of Chaska certainly playing well here. Credit them with a 16-point advantage. 36-20 as we approach 2 minutes to play. There's a long three-pointer, no good. Coming down is Coughlin with the rebound, and she had it poked away and must have bounced off Allie. It'll come back to Chaska. So tough break there for Coughlin. Leggett at the top. She's left-handed, dribble drive with her left. Jump shot, back rim doesn't fall for Wigan. Driving inside, Leibel, but it's cleaned up right there for the basket by Howard. That's Howard's first basket now. Lead only at 14. It's come down a bit from that 20-point balloon. That was just a few possessions ago. Winning, doesn't get it to fall. Nice pass though by Thompson on the one. Coughlin ahead and ultimately batted around, and that's going to be off of Sattler. Like the idea though by Coughlin, trying to push the tempo, try to get an easy basket transition there. But a few times now we've seen Chaska racing back defensively, getting their hands in the passing lane, and they've been the beneficiary of a couple of tipped balls. So there's Leggett, dribble drive inside. Just swing it out. That's Knowles, doesn't get it to fall. Rebound, oh, and Leggett takes it away. Couldn't get it to go. Gets her own rebound, had it knocked away. Still loose in that far corner. Winning over to Thompson. Peterson, and she's going to be called for a travel. So maybe an unforced turnover there. Coach Seifert maybe not pleased with that. But has to be pleased overall with the play of her Hawks. 36-22, a 14-point advantage here. Under 1 minute left to play in this opening half. Nicholson to Leibel. Nicholson at the top as we approach 30 seconds. Hawks in a man-to-man. Leibel finding Minia. Nice pass inside, looking for Coughlin though, and she might have been held. No call, it'll go back to the Hawks on the turnover. Under 20 seconds to play. Here's Leggett driving inside, some contact, and Leggett will go to the foul line as Sierra does a nice job taking it all the way. As they say, nobody stops you, keep on going. So Sierra at the line, first and second free throws tonight. Stops the clock with just under 14 seconds to play. Leggett sinks the first. He had 2 points in that 51-49 win. The quarterfinal round here against Orono. 5.5 points on the season. Rolls around, Thompson inside, battling, and they'll go back to the Red Knights. Under 12 to play. Chaska will stay with that full court pressure as we've seen most often off of a made free throw or an out of bounds play. So here's Minia. 8 seconds to play. Coughlin with some contact with the left hand, tries to get it to go. Ball's batted around. Thompson ultimately comes away with it. So the Red Knights fail on that final possession. But Chaska, on the strength of Kendall Bob's 10 points and that dominant front court play, they lead 37-22 here in the semifinal matchup in Section 6 3A over Benilde-St. Margaret's and the Red Knights. So we'll step away for halftime, see what Coach Lyons and the Red Knights can come back with, see if they can make this thing a ball game in the final 18 minutes. But stay with us, folks. We'll be back with second half action here on ParkTV coming up next.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
37-22 the score here at halftime as the home Chaska Hawks. Pretty comfortable lead over Benilde-St. Margaret's and the Red Knights. Hi everyone, welcome back to second half action here at Chaska High School. Brian Hawks along with our entire ParkTV broadcast crew in partnership with BEC TV from Bloomington. All here to welcome you back for second half action as the Red Knights trying to get something going offensively, but it's going to be darn difficult as Chaska playing well. Chaska's led by their front court. Kendall Bob leads the way, 10 points, 4 from 4 from the foul line. She did most of her damage early in that first half. Ellie Thompson, of course, the leading scorer the majority of the season for the Hawks, only with 4. And she was flanked by Hannah Rowe with 3 3-pointers to round out the leading scorers for Chaska. And as you look at the Red Knights, AJ Sherrod, she had 10 to lead the way for Benilde. Abby Mina with 4, Sydney Leibel also with 4. So we get ready for second half action. Benilde will control. Of course, both sides are going to switch sides here as Benilde now attacking near their own bench. Sattler to Sherrod in the corner, and they're going to call Sherrod for a travel. So not the start Coach Lyons maybe was looking for in the opening possession. He's going to come out with a little full court pressure here. And just some light pressure. It's Coughlin on Panning. Thompson looking inside for Bob. Into the right corner. Panning it back to the top row. She's got 3 3-pointers in that first half. And here's Leggett looking inside for Thompson. Back to Panning. Nice job by the Red Knights defensively here to open this half. Rose covered up, back to Leggett at the top. Covered up by Nicholson, driving inside. That's Panning on the far 3-pointer, no good. Nicholson will come away with it. So nice defensive possession there for the Red Knights. That's where it's going to start defensively. As we talked about in the first half, they lost their leading scorer on the season, Grace Coughlin, in that final regular season game, as we see Sherrod has turned away by Thompson. So Red Knights trying to find some offense wherever they can. Rowe no good on the 3-pointer. Panning on the offensive rebound, though, will control and keep the basketball here with the Hawks. Inside Thompson, so deep inside, but rejected by Sherrod. Gets it back, and Ellie Thompson, gets it to fall. And she's a load to deal with his inside. As we see on the far end, racing back the other way, that's Sattler. She's fouled by Bob. So Gretchen will head to the foul line. First free throw attempts in the game for Gretchen. So that foul will go on Bob. That is her 3rd personal. So maybe something for Coach Seifert to think about here. Bob, of course, leads the way in scoring for Chaska. And most of it coming in that opening few possessions of the first half. So Sattler gets them both. 39-24. Coming up on 2 minutes gone by in the second half. Nice stop and go by Panning. 6-foot runner goes Kenna Panning. Nice play, almost a hesitation there. The defense maybe backing off, and she kept right going to the basket. And Sherrod looking for Coughlin. That was tipped, so it will stay with the Red Knights. To finish the thought on Bob, so she will take a seat as we see number 35, Natalie Lenzen, 6-foot sophomore. Send Kendall back to the bench. So the Red Knights will have it. Dribble drive inside. That's Minia. Nice job by Lenzen defensively. Chaska racing the other way. Thompson will have it, but taken right back by Sattler. Gretchen races in there. Creates a turnover. Coughlin into the corner. That's Howard. Bailey Howard knocks down her first three-pointer. And that's what Coach Lyons talked to me about before this game started. He needs defensive stops and easy baskets from those in transition. And that certainly is a recipe drawn up exactly on that last possession. Thompson getting way too deep there on A.J. Sherrod. Thompson now with her fourth basket, 8 points tonight. Looks like we're getting timeout on one side. Let's take a look at how these two teams got to this point in the bracket here in Section 6 3A. Of course, Benilde and Chaska, the 2-3 matchup. Saw Chaska in that tough win over Orono on the Thompson go-ahead basket with under 10 seconds to play. Benilde handled Holy Angels pretty handily, but if you look at the top side of that bracket, the daunting task of Richfield, now with 20 wins in a row. They're number one here in 6A. They're going to battle Holy Family. A slight upset win over Waconia a few nights ago. So that game will take place later tonight at Richfield. So the winner of tonight, potentially, you never like to count your chickens before they hatch, as they say, but will battle Richfield at Minnetonka next Thursday night. As the Red Knights turn the ball over, we get back to action here. Panning looking for Thompson. Nice job by, looks like that's the Red Knights, but taken back. Panning over to Rowe and has it denied by Sherrod inside. The taller Sherrod reaches out and knocks that one out as Rowe tries to get an easy basket on the backside. Panning in the corner, almost forgot about her, and Kenna Panning knocks it down. That Red Knight zone on the inbounds play, leaving Panning wide open in that corner. So Panning now with 9 points, and she takes the basketball away. Over to Rowe, up and good. Hannah Rowe, 11 points, her first 2-point field goal. And that Hawk full court pressure really causing trouble for the Red Knights as that lead now over 21. 48-27. Coach Lyons has seen enough. He wants to take a timeout, and rightfully so. 4 minutes gone by, and that lead now balloons to 21. You saw Rowe just taking the Panning assist, putting it in. Chaska cheerleaders and fans gonna get pumped up. It would be their final home game of the season. Again, as the winner moves on the neutral site at Minnetonka next Thursday night. A battle for the Section 6 3A championship and the right to go to the state tournament or Williams Arena in the quarterfinal round the week after. Chaska in a pretty good position to get there. An undermanned and undersized Red Knights team here. Certainly an uphill battle. Chaska continues with the full court pressure. And Sherrod, as they break the press inside, couldn't get it to fall, and Thompson rips down the rebound. Hannah races inside, fires out Leggett. Thompson and back around to Rowe. Nice ball movement by Chaska. They get inside, Panning. She hit it once before this half. She hits it again. Kenna Panning, another three-pointer from the exact same spot. Panning now with 12 points. The average is just over 8 during the regular season, so she's stepping up here in the playoffs. Driving inside, knocked away. That was Minia. Sherrod there to try to keep it alive, and she will. Will stay with the Red Knights. Substitution into the game for Benilde, number 30, Sydney Leibel. She'll give Sherrod a seat. Sattler driving on roll. Howard to Coughlin. Chaska doing a nice job keeping this backcourt out of the paint for the Red Knights. Coughlin at the top. She's been quiet, only 2 points tonight. She had 19 in that 68-55 quarterfinal round win over Holy Angels. And after it's knocked away, that'll be another turnover for the Red Knights and back to the Hawks. There's Panning driving inside. It's the junior trying to find Rowe, and will go between Rowe's legs, out of bounds. So both teams maybe playing a bit sloppy here in the last few minutes. Maybe some unforced turnovers. Leibel at the top. There's Leibel again, guarded by Thompson. A spin move. How about the pivot? Gets it to fall, but nope, they're going to whistle for a travel. Nice job getting Thompson up in the air, but instead of staying with that pivot foot, she switched it. Trying to get past the taller Thompson, which is no easy task. So it'll come back to Chaska as we approach 12 minutes to play. 51-27. The Hawks really starting to exert their will. Thompson misses that. It's her own rebound on the backside, but will ultimately be a jump ball. Stay with Chaska. Substitution into the game for the Hawks. Sarah Rowe into the ball game along with Lauren Sunby. There's Rowe on the inbounds. Lenz into Thompson, back to Lenzen, wide open 12-footer, no. Thompson on the rebound. Nice job defensively though, Leibel using her body and just forcing Thompson behind the backboard there, but on the loose ball, will be a foul on the Red Knights. So that's gonna go on Minia. Her first personal foul, first team foul here for the Red Knights. Nice job trying to stay out of foul trouble, being aggressive, but not overly. There's Leggett, guarded by Coughlin. Looking inside Lenzen. He fires it over to Sunby, and she couldn't get the three-pointer to fall. Red Knights have an opportunity in transition. Coughlin, how about the pass over to Sattler? Alley to Gretchen. Sattler gets her 4th point tonight. A nice transition basket. Leggett driving inside, off the backboard, gets her own rebound. Ball's still loose. Coughlin will have it, looking for a teammate, scrambling in the corner. And that's Nicholson. Nice pressure by Chaska, but the Red Knights handle it. Coughlin inside. Another nice look over to Sattler. Sattler fires a three-pointer, just grazes the rim and ripped away by Thompson again. Alley races up court. Thought about taking it coast to coast, finds Sunby, no on the three. A pretty quick pace, couple of minutes here as Nicholson looking on the far side for Sattler, no good, and Chaska will take it away again. You like the concept that the Red Knights are trying to apply here, pushing the basketball in transition, trying to get something easy when they can. Thompson driving inside, and Ellie gets it to go with the left hand. That's a play that they draw up time and time again. Get the basketball to Thompson at the top and get out of the way. Very similar to the go-ahead basket in that quarterfinal win over Orono. Under 10 seconds to play. Thompson takes the ball at the top of the key, drives inside. She was fouled and completed the three-point play. And that was the difference in the ball game, 51-49. That came with about 7.5 seconds to go. Thompson gets that one to go. Now with 11 points, she averages 17.5. So Panning with 12, Thompson with 11, and Bob rounds out that top 3 scorers for Chaska with 10. A very balanced attack. As Coach Seifert mentioned to me early this afternoon when we were talking about this game and their season. We see a foul on the Hawks. Looks like that'll go on number 23. It's Nicole Parsons. You see just getting a little over aggressive on Coughlin. Nicholson, back rim, no. Nice rebound, Sattler on the backside. AJ Sherrod back in the game. Sherrod's been quiet in the second half. She had 10 in the first, nothing yet. Tried to find her inside, Nicholson was, and couldn't get that one to fall. So now Chaska will control. Here's Rowe at the top. Sunby knocked away by Coughlin. Bob will have it. Nice job defensively here by the Red Knights. Inside out game, Sunby driving inside, off the rim, no. Nice job by Lauren getting to the rim, but couldn't get it to fall. The Red Knights will control. They're down by 25, that's a loose ball. How about Rowe hustling for it? Up and good. Nice hustle there by Sarah Rowe, a 5'4" junior, not giving up on the play. Ultimately comes away with a basket. Now that balloons that lead to 27. The Red Knights, again, without their leading scorer, overmatched on the road here against the 2 seed. And Chaska finished tied for second in that Minnesota Conference. They're 10-4. We see a Sunby three-pointer. Sunby, her second three-pointer. She has 6 points. Coughlin no good on the layup. And the Hawks not letting up. Rowe racing inside. She'll hand it off to Parsons. And Coach Seifert not only likes the fact that her team is a balanced team, but a deep team. You see only Kendall Bobb in as a starter, and these Hawks really still exerting their will, forcing the Red Knights into turnovers as we see another Sunby three-pointer. How about that now? Her third three-pointer, second in the last 2 possessions. And now that pushes that lead over 30, 62-31. 7.5 minutes to play. Coughlin, an 18-footer, doesn't get it to fall. Sherrod right there for the rebound though. I like the fact that the Red Knights certainly continue to play hard. Some contact there, and that'll send Leibel to the line. Sydney's first and second foul shots coming. See some of the Red Knight fans, and as we look back at that Sarah Rowe hustle play, racing down, grabbing the rebound, and gathers herself and scores. Sarah Rowe only averaging a couple of points a ball game. Rowe and Parsons will take a seat for Chaska. Into the game, it's Wenning, number 55, along with number 52, Paige Stanberry. Stanberry doubled in the corner. Inside, Ellie Knowles. And Kendall Bobb calmly knocks down 15-footer. Her first basket here in the second half. That's 12 on the game. Jump shot knocked down by Leibel. Red Knight fans may be disappointed. Their season may end tonight. Stranger things have happened, but a 30-point deficit and overcoming certainly going to be a tall task. So they may go home unhappy, but maybe pleased with the way the season's gone overall. Red Knights, nice defensive possession there. But when you lose your leading scorer, 19 points a game from Grace Coughlin, taken down with a wrist injury just a couple of games ago, their final regular season game in the North Suburban Conference. See Sherrod knocked down a jump shot. First basket of the second half for AJ. Now has 12. But as I've mentioned, talking to Coach Lyons before the game, it was, you know, how can we try to reinvent ourselves? And we're going to try some new sets potentially. We're going to ask for some folks to step up. As we see Bob on a nice offensive rebound, and Kendall gets it to fall. Kendall Bob now 14 points. Still battling that lead for Chaska, now at 30 still. But just to finish the thought on Coach Lyons and Grace Coughlin going down, you know, he mentioned he didn't have a chance really to, you know, put in any new sets or any new offensive opportunities, plays. I mean, they had a lot of plays that they would run for Grace. And again, only with little practice time and a quarterfinal game to prepare for. Certainly was a tall task and maybe proving insurmountable to advance past the semis. And a pretty good Chaska team. Now with a 67-36 lead, 5.5 to play. Jump shot no good by Minia. Nice job by the Red Knights, hustling for that. That was Howard in the corner. Over to Sherrod. She puts it up and almost rolls in. Minia on the rebound. Again, no good. Eventually, Bob comes away with it for 3 or 4 attempts. Chaska controls and winning, trying to shuffle it off to a teammate. Coach Lyons happy with that call. Right ahead of our broadcast bench. Coach Seifert maybe disagreeing, we'll say, with that call. Going to go back to the Red Knights, now under 5 minutes to play. They trail by 31, 67-36. Sherrod no good on the 10-foot runner. And we're going to get a turnover for Chaska. That's Ellie Knowles, junior Travelers. Want to go back to the Red Knights. Minia drives left-handed, gets it to go. Minia now with 6 points. There's Wenning, tapped away by Nicholson. Ball still loose. Nice pressure there by the Red Knight backcourt. And was it tipped? No, it will go back to Chaska. And you like the concept there, Nicholson pushing the basketball, but back to Chaska. We'll get a line change in a sense. 5 in, 5 out for the Hawks. Panning, Leggett. It's Lenzen, number 13. Nicolette Peterson, 5'8" senior into the game, as well as Hannah Rowe. And whistle Minia for a reach-in foul. Trying to take the basketball away from Lenzen. There's Leggett, left-hand drive into the paint. Had it slapped away, she stays with it though. Driving past Nicholson over Minia, no. Sherrod for the rebound, tapped away, and ultimately will come back to Benilde. The Red Knights will control. Hawks still pressuring the basketball. Trying not to let up. At this point, safe to assume that they will advance now to the section championship and face the winner of Richfield and Holy Family. Again, those two teams battle it out tonight in Richfield. Not sure who Chaska will take on next Thursday night, so here in just about a week. No good on the lens and jump shot. Red Knights racing the other way. Nicholson, and she's fouled. So Liz Nicholson will head to the foul line. Nice job driving inside. Some contact there. Looks like that was Rowe on the foul, but they're going to call it on Hanning. Her second personal foul. Only fourth team for Chaska. Nicholson gets that one to fall. Her first point of the night. Sherrod and Howard will head to the bench. Nicholson no good on the second. So some starters in the ball game for Chaska. You're just trying to keep them fresh, keep them kind of in the game. You don't want to let them sit too long. So they're going to have a better part of 5 days to practice and prepare for, again, the winner of Richfield and Holy Family. So that'll, on the loose ball, go back to Benilde. Parsons, Perrell, and Rowe back in the game for Chaska. Just under 2.5 minutes to play here. So Chaska holds serve on their home court in the section semis. And they advance to the section championship game in about 5 days. Contact on the shot, no good. Rebounded to Perrell. Hawks patient offensively. And we're under 2 minutes to play now. Roll inside. And so they're going to call Sarah for a double dribble. A nice defensive possession there for the Red Knights.
Number 15, Molly Kopp.
So into the game, I believe for the first time tonight, number 15, Molly Kopp. Molly's a 11th grade backcourt player for the Red Knights. We approach 90 seconds to play. Here's Coughlin again, trying to fill in for his sister. We talked about it at the Open. Certainly tough shoes to fill and a tall task. But 19 points a game and your star player is no easy feat to try to replace. As they certainly could have used the likes of Grace Coughlin. Again, going down with a wrist injury, one of their captains a couple of games ago. Substitution into the game for Benilde, number 32, Sophie Hughes. Sophie, only an 8th grader. Traveling with the team and playing, and as well as on a possession or two ago, number 33, Abby Wilgers. Abby into the game for the first time here in the second half. Long rebound, corralled by the Hawks and Knowles, but steps out of bounds. So under a minute to play. Looks like this lead will stay at about 30, now down to 28. But the Hawks exerting their will time and time again. The first half, and to really open this thing, was Kendall Bobb inside. And we talked a lot about Ellie Thompson. You hear a lot about Ellie throughout the course of the season. She's their leading scorer. Ellie averaging about 17.5 points, had 22 in that quarterfinal win, but Kendall Bobb really got the scoring started. As we see the Red Knights get on the board. Really got the scoring started for the Hawks So Bob ends up with 14 points. Thompson had 11, and McKenna Panning, she rounded out that scoring with 12 herself. So nice job by Chaska overall. As we see most likely the final possession here. The rebound comes down to Hughes, and that'll do it. 69-41. The home Hawks and their fans certainly pleased with this semifinal round victory. On the strength of that front line, Bob leads away with 14, Panning with 12. Thompson rounds out the top scorers for the Chaska with 11. And for Benilde, again, shorthanded tonight, E.J. Sherrod led them in scoring with 12, but they fall, and they'll end the season 20-8 overall. And with the win, Chaska moves to 21-7 and a chance to live to see another day as they move on to the section championships at Minnetonka. They'll take on the winner of Richfield and Holy Family next Thursday night. So that'll do it for us, folks. The Hawks hold serve here on their home court in the semifinal round of Section 6 3A, 69-41. For all of us here at ParkTV, in association with BEC TV, I'm Brian Hawks saying thanks for watching tonight. Good night, and we'll see you next time.